I'm sure you've all heard the name Theodor Herzl or Benjamin Zev Herzl, but how many of you really know who he is? Today we're going to talk about that. Theodor, also known as Benjamin Zev Herzl, is the creator and founder of political Zionism. What does that mean, political Zionism? Zionism is actually split up into different types. There's liberal, labor, religious, anti, and more. Theodor Herzl was born in Hungary in 1860. He was a hard worker. He was a journalist. He dedicated his life to finding a way to solve the problem of anti-Semitism, of the world hating Jewish people. The reason he dedicated his life to this was because throughout his journalism, he came across anti-Semitism a lot, especially one case, the Dreyfus affair. But we'll talk about that another time. Herzl's first solution to combating anti-Semitism was to convert all Jewish people around the world to Christianity. He thought if we take the religion out of the Jewish people and turn them into a different religion, then nobody will hate them anymore. That didn't work. It didn't work for two reasons. The first one being that Jewish people did not want to convert to Christianity. The Jewish people said, no, we're Jews, we're staying Jews, whether they like it or they hate it. The second problem was that Jews were still hated. Even the Jews who were converted to Christianity, they were still hated. Why? Because they're still Jewish. After that, Theodor Herzl and many others realized then and there that the Jewish people are a nationality. The Jewish people are here, the Jewish people are Jewish, whether the world likes it or not. Whether they believe in Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, it doesn't matter. The Jewish people are Jewish people, we're a nationality before we're a religion. Judaism is not only a religion, and that is the first time that Theodor Herzl saw that in action. Herzl's next solution, create a state. He figured, hey, if we're not scattered around the world, if we're like every other nation, if we're in a land that belongs to us, then why would they hate us? We're just like every other nation. It's a good idea, right? That's when Herzl created Zionism into a political movement. That's when Herzl reminded the people that the Jewish people are a nation and not only a religion. Theodor Herzl did not see much success in his lifetime. He died long before Israel became a state. But what Theodor did in his lifetime is what brought Israel to where we are today. Without Theodor Herzl's hard, dedicated work, his blood, sweat, and tears that went into creating the Zionist movement, we wouldn't be standing where we are today. About 50 years after the first annual Congress that Herzl created, only then Israel became a state. Like I said before, there are many types of Zionism. Herzl's definition, however, was very simple. The recognition of the Jewish people living in their homeland, Israel. Now some of you may know this, and if you do know this, then you're probably thinking about what I just said, because at first, the idea was brought up to actually create Israel in Uganda. That goes against his definition of Zionism. If the definition of Zionism is actually to have the Jewish people living in Israel, their homeland, Uganda is kind of irrelevant to that. So how does that make sense? After Uganda, a bunch of other countries were brought up, and they were going to create a Jewish state in those countries, but that never worked out. Herzl realized Israel is the only place that this is going to happen. Israel belongs to the Jewish people, and Israel will be the state for the Jewish people. Now, how many of those facts about Theodor Herzl did you already know? Let us know in the comments, and let me know if I missed anything. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.